Cool. Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. What is up? What is up? What is up? And welcome back to your new first day of your new life. Because remember, it is always my new first day of my new life. Every opportunity I get to rise and shine and grind. So, welcome back to the latest mindset transforming podcast. The Steady.Stepping.Podcast. What's up? My steady steppers. Let's grow. Y'all already know what is going on. We are back. Welcome back. First of all, I would definitely like to send my apologies out because just keeping it a buck with y'all this week. Y'all know we usually drop every Sunday. And this weekend, I was doing a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't the most efficient to ensure that I was able to upload on Sunday. And but I did get some stuff done. I kicked the cold's butt. And I'm here. So always better win than never. And then, which is now. So I'm here. I'm back. How y'all been feeling? How y'all been doing? What kind of thoughts y'all been thinking? And how have y'all thoughts been turning into y'all reality? Now, I want y'all to take a second when I ask y'all this to think about this, right? Because as I continue to read all these different spiritual knowledge books and listen to the spirituality audios and how to really tap into your spiritual being and kind of detach from the fleshly being, because we are energy and we are spirit. So with that is our thoughts create our current reality, right? So let me give you an example. If you say, I want to be great and I want to be rich, right? You say you want to be rich and you think you want to be rich, but your subconscious is so indoctrinated in your old habits, which may be a middle class or a poor mindset, then that's what's creating your ultimate reality, right? Because I grew up in a middle class family and everything that I learned was based on my parents' perception as well as my environment's perception of this reality that I'm a part of. And when I say that, I mean, I say I want to be rich now, and I know I'm already rich mentally now because I've really been doing this work over the past 2 years. But my subconscious has been primed for the last 25. For the last 25 years to be middle class. So I was having middle class spending habits, middle class thoughts, middle class actions. And there's nothing wrong with where you're at. Please don't get it misunderstood that I'm saying there's anything wrong where you're at. There's nothing wrong where you're at, because guess what? You're at your starting point. So the best part is you can't go any lower unless you allow yourself to go lower than where you already are at this current moment that you sitting here digesting this information through the Steady Stepping Podcast. But that ain't even what we was going to talk about today. But let me go ahead and let y'all know this episode is brought to you and sponsored by RGC. No job too big or small, just call RGC, because I know you are tired of those projects around the house not being completed. So when you going to go ahead and tap in with RGC so we can go ahead and serve you and get those projects completed? I know you are ready to get it completed. I know you are ready to see that vision that's been in your mind for so long in your reality through your home. So let us go ahead and be in assistance of putting some more equity back into that beautiful, beautiful home that you have, so we can go ahead and make sure that project is completed with no headache in between. So today's podcast topic, we're going to be talking about rebirthing your subconscious. And that goes with that definitely aligns with what I was saying earlier, but rebirthing your subconscious. And I want you to just let those 3 words simmer in your spirit for a second, right? We're gonna sit here. We're gonna sit here for a second and just listen and just kind of think, what does rebirth mean? What does your mean? Your is a combination of you, are, and that together is your. And then subconscious. Cause I was reading this, I'm reading this book called Breaking the Bad Habits of Being Yourself, or something along the lines of that title. But it's about truly rebirthing your subconscious. Because a lot of times we live in the subconscious. And I'm learning that throughout the book. Because we thought that, and we are taught to think that everything that we see in front of us is real reality. No, not necessarily. Everything that we see in front of us is a depiction of our subconscious's reality that has been created through the thoughts, through the ideas, through the emotions, through the content, through our actions, and other factors that have contributed to everything that we know. And everything that we know is translated into what we live, right? So if all you know is when you're sad, you go munch on food. That's your subconscious primer that deals with and associates sadness with eating. Or if all you know is exercise equals good health, your subconscious is primed to exercise because it loves the result of good health. You understand what I'm saying? So these are different primers that give us our ultimate reality. So another primer is depression. Depression can be a primer. And through your depression, it triggers your subconscious to maybe sleep when you're sad, maybe react in a negative emotion to everything when you're in a depressive state. Do things that aren't productive for you or society when you're in a depressive state. But these are all things that are primed based on an emotion that the subconscious has already adopted and uses to push the body. Because a lot of times we think our mind and our body are on the same accord, but they're not all. A lot of times they're not on the same accord. The mind is here and the body is here. How do you think you're able to still function throughout the day, but you're in another reality, which is a daydream, in a whole nother place? Until somebody call your name, or until something happens to where you have to come back into the conscious mind. All that's subconscious. All that is subconscious. So what I'm learning is we got to rebirth our subconscious first if we want to change our reality that we see through these eyes. Because the subconscious is what keeps you breathing without consciously thinking to breathe, or consciously saying every time I need to breathe, 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 blink, 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 walk, walk, talk, talk. That's subconscious. Your subconscious has you making sure you get up and go to work so you can provide for your family and do what you need to do to get everything that you need as far as resources. Your subconscious is Sometimes what drives you home when you're sleepy and you nod off at the wheel, that's your subconscious. Your subconscious navigates you to places that you've already been prior because it's been programmed. It's already got data points. I like that. It's already got data points to where it knows what to do. It knows what not to do. It knows how to trigger this emotion. It knows how to get rid of this emotion. It knows how to interact with the brain to make it do what it needs to make the body do what it needs to do. And this is all subconscious. And from listening to that book, and he was saying that we only in the conscious mind about 25% of the time. But the rest of the time we are living in the fleshly body through the subconscious mind. So if we really within myself now that my brain has it in the subconscious realm, I'm like, wow, that explains where I'm at right now. And you say, where you at right now, Destine? Okay. I'm at Rebirth. Because I understand now more than ever that I said before that I wanted to make a lot of money, but my habits weren't saying that I wanted to make a lot of money. My subconscious wasn't primed for being able to make and keep a lot of money. My subconscious wasn't in the field of being the most positive. My subconscious wasn't in the field of being the most servant, but not looking for a monetary exchange on the front end. My subconscious wasn't all these things that my conscious mind was wanting to be and saying that I am. So when I truly understood that if I really want my conscious mind and my subconscious mind to be on one accord, so I control my body through my brain instead of my body controlling my brain, I'm going to have to do a hard control, alt, delete of everything that I thought that was correct, everything that I thought was right, everything that I thought was efficient, everything that I thought was reality, everything that I thought I was doing to be the most optimal performing being in this universe. Because apparently, if I was already at optimal performance, I would already be where I have envisioned myself to be for so long in my mind. That would be my current reality. But the beautiful part of it is I wasn't quite there. And the reason I wasn't there is because I haven't been doing the appropriate work to ensure that I would be there. I was saying that I wanted to be there, but I wasn't being there in the subconscious. I wasn't being there in the conscience. I wasn't being there in the reality. I was being there in the thought. And yes, of course, our thoughts are a part of the process of becoming. But in the process of becoming that I'm learning, you have to be engulfed in what you truly desire. And I'm telling you, what you desire right now is to go to your next level. Because that's why you keep coming back to the Steady Stepping Podcast. That's why I get the opportunity to keep uploading these episodes, because I am becoming an individual who is consistent. I am becoming an individual who is teaching my method of how I'm going to my next level. I'm becoming a leader of myself. I'm becoming a leader to my sons. I'm becoming a leader to many, many more that I don't right now know, but I know. Because I've had these visions since a young man. And the things that I was doing up until I started this spiritual journey, they were not in alignment for where my visions were. Because it was comfortable. My old environment was comfortable. My old circumstances were comfortable. My old mindset was comfortable for me. But what wasn't comfortable for me was that I keep having these visions and I'm not living them in reality. You know, it's a reason that so the camera keeps trying to throw me off and distract me, but regardless, they're good. They're supposed to say that because it's not theirs. The creator gave you that vision because when you were created, the creator already knew what your intentions were on this planet in your vessel through this lifetime. All that was already predetermined. That was predestined before you even was fertilized in the womb. But through intentional programming of all these outside forces and all these outside distractions, you was pulled apart from that destination. But no worries. No worries. Don't stress out. Because guess what we did? When you started off like this with your destination predetermined before you was fertilized, it was like this. You can't get through this. But as life went on and distractions came and programming came and life happened and you begin to grow in the environment that you're in and you stay comfortable, that looked pretty far, don't it? That looked pretty far, but guess what? Boom. That bridge is back. And we closing the gap. The bridge is back and we closing the gap because now more than ever, we have to really wake up and understand nothing happens for no reason. Nothing is a mistake. But if you're not intentional about ensuring that you don't keep making the same mistakes, that you don't keep making the same choices, that you break these bad habits that aren't productive to you and your mindset, you're going to keep getting the same results. Because your subconscious is comfortable with that. And a comfortable subconscious in a negative aspect is not good. And I'm here firsthand to tell you that stuff is dangerous. That subconscious could take you out of here so much faster than anything else because it's a habit. And when it becomes a habit, you used to it so you don't even realize you're in harm's way. Because that's just your reality. You so used to doing it. But you putting yourself in unnecessary harm. For what? Why are you unconsciously, intentionally putting yourself in harm's way? Because you don't know better right now. Well, you didn't know better before you came onto the Steady.Stepping podcast. You didn't know better before you got around like-minded individuals that were also on a journey of elevation. You didn't know better when you were speaking in low vibrational frequencies. But now that's no longer that can no longer be an excuse that you don't know better. You're not even gonna. I'm gonna bring you so many resources. I'm gonna give you so many reasons to why you can say that I made sure I completed my mission while I was here, that energy is going to just transfer to everybody that you attach to. It's going to go out like a tree that's bearing fruit to feed 1 billion people. Because each one, reach one, will definitely allow us to teach one. And through this process, we get to say we completed our mission. Because we helped somebody else complete their mission through our experiences and our journey, so that they didn't have to go through everything that we went through. They had some of our defensive mechanisms on their new journey. So they know if somebody gonna swing right, they gonna duck and come back with a quick left and catch them off guard, because they didn't think that you had that knowledge. But they don't know the creative being that you are. They don't know who you attracted. They don't know who you got on your side. They don't know who fighting for you when you rested. They don't know who's speaking for you when you awake. They don't understand. But it's okay, because they're going to understand when they bark up their tree. They're like, whoa. I picked the wrong being. Because that subconscious is going to be so strong, you just going to do it and not even think about it. Because you've been retraining that subconscious so strong. You've been flexing that subconscious muscle. That muscle is like, whoa. You can't break me no more. You can't break that subconscious bond with the conscious mind bond no more. Those distractions don't phase you no more. Because you got tunnel vision. Because your subconscious has built up such a strong discipline that conscious mind is like, ooh, I'm here and I'm not going nowhere, subconscious. We won now. We was separate, but we won. So we stronger now. So you seeing two, I'm seeing one behind another. So the momentum behind that subconscious through the conscious as the leading vessel. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The momentum. There's no wall that you can't break through. There's no door that you can't kick down. There's no tree that you can't climb. There's no hurdle that you can't overcome. There's no obstacle that you can't see through. There's nothing that you can't accomplish, because we've built that subconscious so strong. We've built that positive, high vibrational attitude so strong. These old distractions can't phase you. Those old temptations can't break you. Them old habits don't make you. And I promise we're not going to let it take you to that old place that you used to be. Because we doing the work now, and we doing the work every day. We working. We putting in that work. Even if you ain't doing the physical work, you doing the mental work like reading. You doing the spiritual work like listening to those different audios. You doing the spiritual work by meditating. You doing the spiritual work by finding other people that's further along their spiritual journey. You put in that work. And I know you put in that work because you here every week. This is a part of the process. I'm living in the process. The results gonna come. I already know I'm gonna get the results because I'm living in the process. The results are a byproduct of the process. So if you're not ready to do the process, you really don't want the results. Because until you learn, understand, implement, and become efficient in the process, you're not going to get the results. You might get a piece of the results. You might get a taste of the results, but you're not going to get the full results that you've envisioned. I don't have the full results yet. And down the line, once I do get the results, my new destination is going to change. And the steps in the process is going to change. The process is going to get tougher because I'm going bigger. But my subconscious is so used to being in the process, it's like, I'm with it. Run it. That's what we got to do in the process. Let's get it done. We're not going to dwell on it. Because before, my subconscious used to dwell in the process. It used to have so many distractions that I was easily pulled away from the process. And that's what took me so long to even get to where I'm at now. But I'm thankful for that because I've learned what not to do. I've learned what those distractions look like. I've learned what those habits feel like. I've learned what those emotions translate into my actions like. It's all a learning process. Every day you should learn something new. I don't care if it's you learn that a grass grows at 1/8 of an inch every day. You learn that every day. You learn, or I don't care if you learn something so small as an apple got 4 seeds in it instead of 1 to produce 4 more apples for every 1 apple that was produced from that one. Like, you got to be planting seeds and learning every day so that every day you get to reap some part of a harvest from a seed that was planted a while ago. Because when you learning, you fertilizing those seeds. When you learning, you watering those seeds. And guess what? It's growing. It's growing, it's growing, and it's going to take you to your new life. It's going to take you to your new life. I promise it's going to take you to your new life. But you got to be willing to do the work. And the work is not easy. The work is not fun sometimes. The work ain't even fair. It's not always going to be fair. But it's going to make that individual. It's going to make you become that person. It's going to make you become that visionary that you've seen so long in another reality while you was in here. So you're going to get the opportunity to live it out through here. So y'all already know this episode was brought to you and sponsored by The Morning Meetup. The Morning Meetup, The Morning Meetup, The Morning Meetup is the #1 place for different entrepreneurs, different backgrounds, different races, different everything. We all meet on The Morning Meetup because we are like-minded individuals that desire to go to the next level. The entrepreneur is not, the Morning Meetup is not just for entrepreneurs. It's for people that want to go to their next level. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to be a part of the Morning Meetup. It just so happens it's a lot of entrepreneurs in the Morning Meetup. But the Morning Meetup is for like-minded people that truly desire to go to their next level and that really want to start reading books. Because for me, I started reading books because of the Morning Meetup. So, if you want to go to your next level, if you want to start reading books, if you want to talk to dope, like-minded people every day, if you want to talk to people that are already where you desire to be, and you probably will catch one of your favorite influencers on the Morning Meetup. Because that's just how connected the community is. So make sure you tap that link. It's going to say the Morning Meetup link. Make sure you tap that link and go ahead and invest only $3.99 in yourself. It is only $399 for the year. But if you skip about that $3.99, do the 1-month trial first. But please, please, please don't be afraid to go plant those 80 seeds so you can have 800 trees of greatness. Please don't be afraid to let those seeds go. Because you're going to plant them seeds somewhere. You're going to plant them in Chick-fil-A pocket. You're going to plant them in Instagram influencers pocket. You're going to plant them in Netflix pocket. You're going to plant them in, for all the people that like Nike, you're going to plant them in Nike pocket. You're going to plant them seeds in somebody pocket. You're going to plant them in Wells Fargo pocket. You're going to plant them in Delta Communities pocket. Somebody going to get them seeds. But why you don't give yourself them seeds? Why you don't give your subconscious those seeds to go plant? So it can bear healthier fruit. It can bear more efficient fruit for you and your people. For you and your environment. Stop being selfish to yourself. You've been giving everybody and everything that you've got. But when the last time you gave yourself all of you? When? I've been giving myself a whole lot of me, and everybody else get the rest. And that's just real. Because I can't do nothing for me that I can't do nothing for me or you that I haven't done for myself first. So I can't tell you about these things that I'm telling you about if I haven't done them, because I wouldn't have been lived through them. And then if you come ask me, I can tell you how that experience looked for me. And then when you go through the process, you be like, dang, Destine told me it was going to feel like that. Destine told me my energy was going to shift to this next level. Destine told me these people was going to say I was kind of crazy. He told me this because I've been through it. My mentors have been through the process. That's why they're my mentors. And I admire them because they've been through the process and got to the destination that I want to go to. And now they're climbing to higher heights. But while they still climbing, they still got the rope pulling me up too. And I'm still climbing with them. So while I'm climbing, they climbing, and we passing the energy through the rope to keep the chain going. To keep this system going. The system of efficiency, the system of positivity, the system of great influence. We keeping it going, and we keeping it growing. So make sure, because I need, I thank y'all for tapping in with me each and every week on the Steady Stepping Podcast. But what I learned, you got to be around this positive influence every day. Because we only on here for anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour, maybe hour and a half or 2 hours, depending on if we got somebody on doing an interview. This not enough. You got 24 hours. So for the other 22 to 23 hours, you got a lot of other distractions that's pulling you away from your true destination. So I need you to tap in with me every day. So make sure y'all tap in with me on Instagram, Steady.Stepping.Podcast. Tap in with me at Mr.Steadystepper. And tap in with me on the morning meetup through that link at the bottom. Make sure y'all tap in, and let's go and let's grow so we can all have our predetermined spots at the top. Because the bottom is overcrowded. Because I promise you there's more room at the top. We just looking at it from the wrong perspective. Everybody already got their seat up there, but everybody ain't gonna claim their seat. I'm gonna claim my seat. I'm claiming it right now. I'm decorating my seat. I'm making sure everything is ready for my seat when I get there. You gonna come get your seat? I don't want your seat. I can't have your seat. Your seat already got your name on the back of it and on the front of it. My seat got my name on the front of it and on the back of it. But you're going to have to start with reprogram that. You're going to have to reprogram that subconscious. So once you reprogram that subconscious, you get that conscious mind and your body. Oh my goodness. You're going to be worse than a train with going 1,000 miles an hour with 1 billion pounds of momentum behind it. Ain't nothing going to stop that train but that train. Only way that train going to come off the tracks is if it derail. And I know you're not going to derail. You just going to keep on going, keep growing, keep going, keep growing, keep going, keep growing. Hey, we're going to see y'all next week, man. Thank y'all for tapping in with the Steady Stepping Podcast. I love y'all, and I can't wait to see you worthy individuals at the top. Let's grow!